And so today we want to tackle the issue of court fees, because this is another area where, because of lack of awareness, certain people, especially the users and members of the public, have been fleeced of monies that are not supposed to be paid. And so it's important for somebody to know that when you come to the court, are you required to pay for any service? And if yes, which one do you pay for? There are non-refundable sums of money that are payable usually at the commencement of a civil suit. There are more fees in civil and there are limited fees in criminal matters. For example, if you say you want to file a notice of motion, there is a fee for it. If you want to file a plaint, there is a fee for it. And for example, if you have a land matter, you're filing a plaint, the one who will file the plaint where the subject matter is, say, 20 million, will not pay the same amount of money with somebody whose property, for example, is 100 million. Those fees are assessed according to the value of the subject matter that you have filed. Now, this is a form of non-tax revenue that accrues to government. Once this money is paid, it goes straight to the consolidated fund. And time and again, every financial year, the judiciary always releases how much money has been collected in terms of those non-tax revenues of fees and fines, and they are sent to the consolidated fund. So what any ordinary Ugandan should expect when you walk into a court is that at the notice board or at the registry or where there is a front desk officer, you should be able to find that schedule of court fees displayed, so that you're also able to look and say, what will I expect to be assessed and charged to pay for this affidavit? You will look and see the amount saying it is 3,000 for this particular one, or it is 1,500 shillings. So you go to the cash office knowing or having an idea of what you're supposed to pay. So the public should and must be able to see that schedule displayed in any of the court notice boards or the information desk officer. Somebody should be able to tell you. Now, once you have gone to the court and the amount payable has been assessed, one clear thing is that that money is payable in the bank. So court fees are paid in the bank. But of course, you know, we have challenges. We have places where there are no banks yet. In those places, those cashiers have approval or authority to receive that money, bank it, and put that receipt on the court file, such that at any one time, nobody should be able to keep that money, say, in a safe or keep it somewhere. The fee must be paid because it must end up at the consolidated fund. Now, after that money has been paid, every document is always given a stamp and it is kept, both in the court record but also by the person who has paid. Now, it is important to know that all civil matters, there is a payment of fees, and so there is an order called Order 33. That order provides for suits by paupers. Paupers are those people who are presumed not to be able to pay the prescribed fees. So in common terms, we'll say a poor person. A poor person who cannot afford court fees has a right under the law to apply to be exempted from paying the required fees. So court must give an order allowing that person to file without paying the required fees. So those are important for our people to know. There could be somebody out there, a member of the public, who totally cannot afford, but yet they have a valid claim in law. The law caters for such people. That don't be bad by the non-failure, come prove that you cannot pay, and surely you will be exempted. Documents that are administrative in nature, for example, a correspondence or a letter that you bring to the court does not attract a fee. So somebody should not say, I want to file for you this letter, or I'm taking this correspondence, you bring money. Those administrative correspondences do not attract a fee in the courts. Now, unlike bail, and we have talked a lot about bail where you can reclaim your money For court fees, when your matter ends, you cannot reclaim it, or you cannot request for a refund of the court fees you paid. Because I paid 2 million to file my claim of land, government give me back my money. No. Court fees are not refundable from government. But if you're a successful party, you can recover it from the losing party in your bill of costs. So when you put your bill of costs and everything you have incurred to prosecute your matter or to defend your matter in the court in a civil matter, you will be entitled to put that claim of the fees you paid as part of the amounts you're claiming from the party who has lost, especially when you have won your case with the costs. And then in criminal, I say somebody wants to file an appeal in a criminal matter or a petition for revision, the fee is just 30,000 shillings that is payable to the court. Now I need to clarify about court services that are for free for our users, or those that are already funded by the judiciary and which the public does not need to pay any money for. One of them is the issue of production warrants. I don't know how many of you have interfaced with this, but a production warrant is that warrant that is applied for to bring a prisoner before the court, usually to apply for bail. For example, if you get arrested today, you're taken to Buganda Road, your uncles and your aunties are far, and so you're remanded. But on Monday they come and they say, okay, we have come to follow our son who was remanded on Friday. Would he please appear at court tomorrow for us to apply for bail since we were not there? That production warrant is for free. Usually you write by letter and you do not pay any money for it. We have received several complaints where people are being charged up to even £1 million shillings to have people produced in court. But the clarity we are giving today is that a production warrant is free of charge. And their applications are had. And if the sureties are substantial, they are granted bail on grounds that are determined by the trial judicial officer. The second amount that is not chargeable on the public is funds to visit the locus in court. This is in relation to land matters. You know that land matters, the court must go on ground and visit the place where the suit is originating from. This service is catered for by the judiciary. Judiciary funds the court to go and visit the land. It is not money that is charged by or from litigants. Again, this is another area we have often received so many complaints where people are saying, they are telling me bring 2 million so that we can go and visit. We are saying the judiciary funds that activity. The third area is the issue of service of court process. You know that court process, there is a summons, there are hearing notices. Recently, we're in one of the open days, I think it was in Kitgum, and an old man was complaining about being told to pay 200,000 shillings for somebody to go and deliver a summons to another person. Again, the judiciary pays money for process service. That's why we have officers who are called process servers. They are funded. Even motorcycles have been given in some courts to aid this process of process service of court documents, and therefore it is not at the cost of the litigants. So in case you have a complaint, if somebody is out there and they are asking them issues or fees that are not payable, which we have talked about, we are saying if you are in a certain court, go straight to the trial judicial officer. Go straight to the person who is in charge of that station. It could be a chief magistrate, it could be a grade 1 magistrate in charge of the station. In case the complaint relates to a matter in the High Court, there is an assistant registrar or a deputy registrar in charge of that High Court circuit or division. And then you may scale it up if you have a complaint and it's not being addressed at those levels. We have the Inspectorate of Courts. but there is also the chambers of the chief registrar if you have complaints concerning those matters. In some courts, we have heard that there are some people who are in the corridors claiming a certain fee called casimo. Thank me for that judgment. Thank me for that ruling. Thank me for this decision. We are saying that is illegal. That is a form of corruption which the public should be able to shun. The salaries that are paid to judicial officers and staff of the judiciary, that is the thank you they are receiving from the people of Uganda. There is no need for any additional thank you from a member of the public, however good the decision is. So those are the areas to clarify in terms of the issues of court fees and related matters. Now, as I started earlier by thanking you for the sensitization that you have given our people regarding you through the last 4 financial years, how we have performed in terms of the claims that people have been making. In financial year 2019-2020, the total claims that were made in that year were 1,365,250,000 shillings. That was before we started our sensitization. 2020-2021, the total claims made were 1,317,020,000 shillings. Still there, we had not yet scaled up our sensitization. Now, when we did our sensitization 2021-2022, it shot up to 1,753,980,000 shillings. So we can see the impact of giving people information. 2022-2023 dropped a bit. It came to 1,680,811,000 shillings. So you can see that since you partnered with us to go out there and tell people that they have a right to claim their bail refunds, there has been an increment in people claiming these monies. So my appeal to us today is let us continue giving our people the information that they need. Since we have registered improvement in bail claims, we can also register improvement in doing away with illegal monies that people are paying in the courts, which they should not be paying. Together we shall be able to build a judiciary that is corrupt-free, but also with an empowered public that knows what to pay for, what not to pay for, where to pay, and at whose instruction.